My colleague Pranshu is also joining us from Lucknow. Pranshu, what is the situation in Lucknow?
Well, in Lucknow, the raids are now over, and in fact, across Uttar Pradesh, at least 5 to 6 districts, including district of Varanasi, then Bahraich, of course, neighboring Barabanki. In fact, even in Ghaziabad in NCR region, raids were conducted. Around eight people have been arrested. That is what the confirmation we are getting in from our top sources here in the UP Police in the ATS division. We are expecting that a detail would be shared by the NIA at the later stage. But Wasim, the place where right now I am standing, is outside the residence of Wasim. He has been picked up. His pictures are now out in public. And the interesting fact coming out is that Wasim was also very active, during the 2019 protest against the NRC. He was at that point in time also a very active member of the PFI. He was arrested, had been behind the bars for more than a couple of months, came out on bail later in 2020, and since then, he was not very active, but probably was much involved, secretly involved in the PFI activities. So what we are hearing from our sources is that he was an influential person as far as the UP chapter or the UP organization of PFI was concerned. Similarly, another person, Nadeem, who has been picked up from Barabanki, he is said to be the treasurer of the UP unit of PFI. The alarming point, or the point of concern here is that UP being a BJP-ruled state for past, almost more than 5 years, it seems that PFI was still trying to explore a lot of possibility as far as the new recruits are concerned, and this could be, they were probably thinking that UP is a fertile ground because there is often the stories of the so-called minority discontent which trickle out of the state of Uttar Pradesh. So was PFI also seeing Uttar Pradesh as a possible recruiting ground, because the organization may not be that strong here as compared to southern states like Kerala and Karnataka, but the fact that 8 people are being arrested from the state like Uttar Pradesh, which has the biggest number of minority population, that itself is an alarming factor.
Right, Pranshu, thank you so much. In fact, for all those details, I'd like to understand more about these raids that continue, that are going on in these various states across the country. Remember, something that started at about midnight. But before we do that, let's actually get to the inside scoop of what these raids are all about. Now, this is what we are being told. Now, this is a pan-India raid that we are talking about. This was planned 3 months ago. Remember, that is the most important aspect. Step 2 is that all locations were verified first. The targets were checked a week ago. Remember, after that high-profile meeting with Union Home Minister Amit Shah, all this was planned. Government monitored preparations of the raids very, very closely. Now, how closely, you ask? This is what we are being told. Teams, in fact, to non-BJP states were attached with CRPF to actually take care of any kind of resistance. That was also done. NIA teams, including the DG, was there in the control room since 12 a.m. We are talking about these midnight raids. Since 12 a.m. even the DG was there in the control room. IB control room was monitored by the director Tapan Deka. So the Intelligence Bureau Director Tapan Deka was very much present in the dead of the night. Also, NSA Doval was also at IB control room from 1 a.m. That's how that's how planned these raids were, and all the senior officials were really taking care of minute by minute details of these raids that were carried out all through the country in the 13 states where PFI members are actually active. Let's now take a look at this report that my colleague Amit Trivedi has filed from Indore.
PFI जो पीपल्स फ्रंट ऑफ इंडिया के ऑफिसर्स हैं, उन पर छापे मारे गए हैं। करीब 100 लोगों को हिरासत में लिया गया है। और अगर इंदौर की बात की जाए तो इंदौर से भी 3 लोगों को हिरासत में लेने की बात कही जा रही है। और ये जो पीपल्स फ्रंट ऑफ इंडिया मध्य प्रदेश का ये ऑफिस है जो इंदौर में है, इंदौर के जवाहर मार्ग पर ये ऑफिस है। यहाँ से गतिविधियां संचालित होती थी और अभी भी होती हैं। यहाँ का जो मुख्य जो है चीफ है जो पीपल्स फ्रंट ऑफ इंडिया के अब्दुल रऊफ, उन पर जिला बदर की कार्रवाई पहले ही हो चुकी है और उनको जिला बदर कलेक्टर ने किया था, क्योंकि इस तरह की गतिविधियां वो कर रहे थे जिससे कि कलेक्टर में जो सामाजिक सौहार्द है वो बिगड़ने की संभावना थी। इसी वजह से कलेक्टर ने उन पर जिला बदर की कार्रवाई की थी। और ये जो ऑफिस है यहाँ पर अभी ताला लगा हुआ है। बताया जा रहा है कि यहाँ से कुछ कागजात जरूर एनआईए की टीम ले गई। रात 3 बजे बताया जा रहा है कि एनआईए की टीम यहाँ पर पहुंची थी। हालांकि अभी इस पर आगे की जानकारी और आगे की कार्रवाई जारी है।